Yo, what is up YouTube? OG Rider back with another video for you guys. I'm going to do a post-match review for the Arsenal versus Newcastle game in the Carabao Cup. And it was Arsenal 0, Newcastle 2. Unbelievable. Disgraceful result at home, not to score a goal. We had so many chances in the game. I'm gonna get into it. But yeah, shocking result on the night, you got to give credit to Newcastle. They came to the Emirates and they scored 2 goals and they kept a clean sheet. So credit to them, advantage to them going into the second leg. It's going to be a very difficult fixture away from home at St James's Park to overturn this result. Even in the league, we've only gone up there the last couple games and only scored 1 goal. So now to go up there and try and score 2 without them scoring, it's going to be a very, very tough task. It might even be the tie might be over already. So yeah, very, very disappointing result. So yeah, let's get into it. We started pretty well, to be honest. We had so many chances in the game. The first chance I remember was Jurien Timber at the back post. He had a header and he headed it over. It should have been in. It should have been 1-0 right then and there. So yeah, another set piece FC, which should have been, but it just wasn't on the night. And yeah, and then we had a great chance with Martinelli, where Trossard, he one-touch flicked it on to Martinelli, who ran onto the ball from the midfield, basically one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and yeah, he should have scored. But unfortunately, he went near post, and he hit the post. So yeah, and as we know, the post isn't even on target. So that's very, very unfortunate for Martinelli. He tried in the game. He gave some energy, but this is another thing with Arteta. I thought he was going to play Martinelli on the right. He ended up playing Trossard on the right wing, which I think was a big mistake. It's basically useless on the right wing because he's not left-footed. He's not going to cut inside, and he can't go to the byline. He doesn't have the pace to take on the right back or whatever. So that was just pointless, And he didn't start Jesus after scoring a hat-trick the other day. He scored 2 goals again. So he scored 5 goals recently. So to drop him is really big mistake. How many times is he going to keep starting Trossard and it not working? How many times are you going to keep doing the same thing and expecting different results? It's the definition of insanity. So yeah, that tactic definitely did not work with Trossard on the right, but he had that one good, should have been an assist to Martinelli, but it wasn't. So yeah, should have scored that, should have gone 2-0 up from those 2 chances alone, and then Newcastle, they get a free kick in their half. They push everyone forward, and the goalkeeper takes the free kick, which is we have literally everyone back in the box to defend it. But Dan Burn, 6'7", he wins the header over Saliba, and I think Gabriel went for it as well. And yeah, Dan Burn wins the header. He flicks it on to Jacob Murphy, and he flicks it on, first touch to Isak, and he scores, and that's the difference. They have a clinical striker, and we don't. 1-0 to Newcastle, basically they had like a couple chances before that, but which they basically just skied over the bar, and all the fans were just jeering and laughing and say, "Oh, you missed! You shot over." Well, who's laughing now, huh? At the end of the game, I don't think any Arsenal fans are laughing at this time and period. There's a lot of questions being asked of Mikel Arteta at the moment. It's another season which could end without a trophy. The Carabao Cup, this is supposed to be the easiest trophy, allegedly, even though we haven't won it in 31 years, since George Graham. I think I was 5 years old when, 5 years old when we won this trophy. So I don't even remember it. It was a great opportunity at home in a semi-final to go out and get a result, but our shooting boots weren't on, our heads weren't on, we couldn't head the ball in. We had another chance. So I'm sure Gabriel hit the target, and then Saliba had a header at the back post in the second half, and he should have scored. He's literally like 5 yards out. And speaking of 5 yards out, Kai Havertz was 5 yards out, and he misses the header, and he hits his shoulder, and it goes wide. So it was just an absolutely terrible day for the Gunners at home as well. Even more embarrassing for them to come to our home and embarrass us like that. Keep a clean sheet. But like I said, credit to Eddie Howe. He really has Arteta's number. They really defended like a team, and we're supposed to have the best defence. We're supposed to have the best defensive partnership, Gabriel and Saliba. We played basically our best 11 except for Bukayo Saka, and like I said, he decides to play Trossard on the right, so that was bad. But basically apart from Saka though, we played pretty much our best 11. Timber right back, Gabriel, Saliba, big up to Miles Skelly. He really, give him some credit. He really deserved. He played really, really well for a young guy. He's not even really a left back. He's a midfielder, and he's been put in at left back. So yeah, credit to him. We had Partey, we had Rice, we had Odegaard. I remember Rice, he crossed it in from a corner. It hits the side netting. He was out of breath. Everyone's so exhausted. So it's just an absolutely shocking result on the night, and questions need to be asked. It's January the 8th. We haven't signed anyone still. We really need some attacking help, either it be a forward, a winger. We really need a striker. But it doesn't seem like this club is serious. Why haven't we signed someone already? On the 1st of January, we should have signed someone. We've got Raheem Sterling on the bench again, and he doesn't bring him on. He doesn't rate him. I don't know what's going on with him and Arteta, but was it an Edu signing and now he's left? But yeah, we needed a goal, and he brings on Jorginho, the defensive midfielder, instead of Sterling, who's a creative winger who can cross the ball, who can create an assist, who can score goals. He hasn't been given a proper chance. This is the only competition that he has been played in, and he's scored and got an assist in, but Arteta just refuses to play him. So yeah, a completely wasted transfer deadline day signing, which was supposed to help our squad and boost our attack, and all these squad depth players like Marino, he didn't even bring him on yesterday. Calafiori, he didn't even bring him on. He brings on Jorginho. He brings on Zinchenko when we need a goal. Bloody Zinchenko is finished at this club. He comes on and gets a yellow card. What is the point when we need goals? He did bring on Jesus, but he couldn't get any service, any chances. He ends up playing Havertz on the right wing, and he ends up trying to cross it to Jesus, which is the complete opposite of what it should be. We're 2-0 down. We go for it. We have to get a goal back. Go 4-4-2, 4-2-4. Play attacking football. What's happened to the Arsenal? The ethos, the philosophy of this club. We're playing rugby. We're playing chess. This is not the Arsenal I grew up with. This is not the attacking football philosophy that Arsene Wenger, the greatest manager of this club, built. He built the Emirates, and since the Emirates era, we have not won enough. We moved here to compete with the likes of Bayern Munich and Barcelona, and now we're losing to Newcastle at home. They want it more. It means more to them. They haven't won a trophy in 60 years. We haven't won this trophy in 31 years, but it's longer for them. This was their greatest opportunity to win a trophy, and they're taking it with both arms. They're grasping it. They want it more, and it's a shame. That should never be. Long are the days of you just go out there and it's just Newcastle. You go and roll them over and beat. No, it's not the same anymore. They have these the owners with all the money. And they're not even allowed to spend the money because it's financial fair play. So they're even being restricted, and they're still, they've got Isaac, they've got Gordon, who are just walking our team right now. Are we going to buy him in the summer? Would he even want to come here? Is Saliba going to move on to Real Madrid if we don't win anything? This has been 5 years now. Arteta's won one FA Cup, because of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and he's never replaced him. You know, he's so ruthless with some of these people like Guendouzi, Ozil, and he's just Pepe, and he's never replaced him. So, you know, he signed people like Willian and Sterling, and absolute disgrace. So, what is going on at this club right now? We've got Man United next in the FA Cup. You know, that's our cup. We've won it 14 times. I think they've won it 13 times. So, we're at home again. You know, the fans are going to be, they're going to be angry. They're going to demand a result. So, if we lose that, if we go out to United, that could be 3 competitions out, because it's basically the league over, the Carabau Cup basically over, and if we go out in the FA Cup, that's 3, and then it's Champions League or bust. So yeah, it's not good right now for the Gunners. So shocking result to lose 2-0 at home versus Newcastle. Alright, I've rambled on long enough, so if you've watched all this, I really appreciate it. Please hit the like button and subscribe. I'll be back for more Arsenal content, and I will be back for more Deliveroo content soon. I apologise for the lack of Deliveroo content, and yeah, once the weather gets a bit better, you know, I have been ill over Christmas and New Year's, so hopefully I've got this weekend off. I'll try and make a Deliveroo video for you guys. So yeah, come on you Gunners, we've got to beat United next in the FA Cup.